rumble there, so you guys can go and check it and all that and so forth, right? But I'm gonna go around the houses and phone the establishment, because I've had them saying to me, "Oh, don't do this, don't do that." If you're calling for from hell, it's 666. Mm. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's 999. That's been life threatening for fucking years. Hey, I want your GP after tonight. All calls are live streamed my end too. I think I pressed to go to the mental health side, and it's taking me through to the other side. Brilliant, eh? It's fucking dooby-dazy, typical. There guys, I'll fall again and just put up my hairs on my thing. Because they were tickling. There you go, there you go. For some reason, it's still... We've got another one that I need to pull. Oh, we know this one. Because normally it's just 1 and 2. So they've changed it up a bit. Well, I don't feel now that when I do that it's touching something, so I think I'll pull them out. Nice. No. Ah? It ended? Mm. Mm. No. Oh, that's almost. Well, there used to be jokes about Bridgend. They came just, with what the series on slide that was going over there. And I mean, actually, some, for those new to the era, I don't mean those actually on a slide. Monitoring. Oh, damn it. A lot of people are going to be disappointed. Anyway. Oh. Mm. Yep, it's Dragul. How are you? Well, I consider I'm going to be evicted tomorrow and homeless and all of that. I know nobody in the establishment is willing to help me to find a home, despite I have looked and despite everything else. I think I'm feeling quite chirpy that it's my final night on Earth tonight. How's your night? Yeah, Dragul, Dragul. That is my full name, Dragul. Unless you want the full name, Plight of Dragul. Um, well, part of the divine, and the divine is part of me. The soul never dies, so. I went down to the police, and it was quite cold down there and so forth. And the police also came to my door and made me a little bit suicidal in the mind because of the low IQ levels of conversation. I don't know, some idiot. I've always had this case where stupid people and all that always trying to wind me up and stuff like that, and they always send the police, or they do this or they do that, and I've had people that have tried to kill me and so forth, and because I defended myself, basically I ended up going to court and all of that. I mean, when people come to your home and so forth, you're not going to let them, take your life away and so forth. You know what I mean? And so I protected myself, and I protected one of my neighbours as well from being killed. But yet the establishment really thinks it's okay to punish those that protect other people. So I've had years of abuse from the authorities. I've had years of people saying I'm mentally ill and all that, all because I protected someone. And tonight, it's my last night in this place because I'm being evicted tomorrow onto the streets, and I got disability, so I'm going to be dead no matter what. So I might as well. So tonight I'm going to be having my last cup of coffee at the moment, and then I'm going to take a nice little walk to a bridge, and as everybody likes to do in the legal system, I'll be jumping into the Admiralty. Now, it's water. Well, think of it. I mean, what's the point of me complaining of all that when the authorities haven't helped? You know what I mean? And uh, when I have been miserable and all that, they've just laughed. And now I've got a final decision. And when I now got a final decision, knowing I'm going to be out of pain, trauma, and all of that, of course I'm cheerful.
which bridge you're planning to go to?
Yeah, the one that's got water under it. So,
So I have multiple choices there.
yep, I got, you know what I mean? And I know a lot of people probably, you know what I mean, probably not as cheerful as me when they've got to leave the mortal coil, but I mean, because even my friend has said, I mean, you've seen it being at peace lately, because he's seen all the trauma and the attacks by other people on me and so forth. But once person knows that no one's going to help them, and there's that and everything else, and no matter what they do to try and succeed, you know what I mean, and you get nowhere. So I've made my final decision, and that's where the peace has come from. All because no matter how many times I went to T-Einen and all of that over the years, and to Swansea housing options and all of that and so forth, I kept getting rejected, despite it wasn't my fault for losing my home in Robert Davis Court. So that's why I am cheerful, because I've made a nice final decision. Think of it, when people keep saying no, they don't want to help you and so forth, so I'm doing them all a favour tonight.
Would you be willing to accept some help from me if I tried?
It'd be pointless for you. I'm just having a final chat, you know what I mean? Other than the idiots from T. Einen or Casino Police or Swansea Police and all that, just fancy having a chat before just walking off and popping to the bridge.
Would you be comfortable to chat with my colleague as well, just to see if we can offer anything today?
I don't mind, you know what I mean?
Alright, would you be okay to give me 2 minutes?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Feel free. You know what I mean? I got nothing against you or anything like that, so yeah, feel free.
Okay. Are you going to be there after I come back?
Oh, don't worry, I got a full cup of coffee. I'm going to be a while, so.
Okay. Okay, 2 seconds then.
Okay. See, I mean, guys, this is what happens when authorities and establishment and all of that don't help, and you go off and you try and this is what happens when people fall through the cracks of society. I know there'll be outwards like, you know what I mean, sort of like, "Ah," you know that, but yeah, I mean, why bitch about it? Why moan about it? You know, and I know there's an afterlife, so. So somebody else will be shocked as well, because there's somebody else that's going through a hard time and they're not comfortable like this. You know what I mean? They're not like, so. A lot of people that will do the Susie on a slide, you know, departure from this world, are not this calm. So you can tell I have thought about this for a long, long time. I've actually got a knife right there, guys. So I can just, you know, but I won't do that on stream, you know, because I don't want my channel to be taken down. You know what I mean? It's almost like when it was, what you call it, those scenes in the 18 films. It's like, when the person's just like, yeah, you know, I mean, don't want to do this and all that, but there's no other option, so what's the point complaining about it? And just, hey, there we go. And they singing as they go into the sun, let's say, or whatever, and Kovac, Novak, and all of this. Rat to Shah sort of thing. Anyway. You know, I'm sitting back like this, shame it, I'm not into the shuttle, and then just. Um, I don't know what it is, guys. I mean, maybe because I've been so close to death all these years and so forth, uncomfortable. I mean, I've lived life and also lived with death. And the thing as well, they've had a guaranteed, home to go to tomorrow, flat to go into tomorrow. Everybody agreed this place isn't suited for me. You know what I mean? And I need to, I mean, I was living in a perfect flat on the ground floor and everything before, and that got robbed from me. And that's what I wanted, in a flat. You know what I mean? I don't want a mansion or anything. I don't want million pounds or nothing. I just a simple hello.
Hey, Dragul.
Yeah.
How's your coffee going?
How are you?
I'm not too bad myself today.
Have you got the other chap with you?
No, I tried to find someone, but they're not available at the moment, so I just came back to have a chat with you.
Mm-hmm. Because I wouldn't be contemplating, doing a quantum leap. I mean, if I had a flat to go into tomorrow, you know what I mean? Because the authorities have known for over 2 years that the landlord wants to sell this place, and I've been looking for a flat for over 5 years. Well, because because I lost my other place and I moved in with my mum, sort of thing. She died, so I've always been looking for a place, and the authorities haven't helped. You know what I mean? So they've all failed. You know what I mean? They can't say they the brightest and all of that when they've been pretty dumb, to be honest, and pretty stupid. You know what I mean?
I'm so sorry to hear that. It's been difficult to find a place for yourself then.
You know what I mean? And the thing is yeah, I mean, and they and the patronising as well when they ask you, "Are you okay?" Knowing the situation you're in, that's patronising. You know what I
Of
mean?
course, I can completely.
So
When someone keeps asking if you're okay, if you're in that situation, isn't it?
yeah. So I mean, so basically, I'm gonna be doing the quantum leap later, and I mean, and maybe I'll have I mean, the last leap could be leap home. I might end up back with God.
You religious?
I'm not religious, but I do believe in a divine, which is, I mean, and I don't mean,
Okay.
and I don't mean the God of this world, because the God that created this world is actually Satan and stuff like that. I mean, there's actually a divine higher than the God that created this world.
Okay, interesting. So,
Mm-hmm.
let me see if I get this. So, Satan created the world,
Yep.
and you're trying to reach the God who created also Satan and other things?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
actually, it's Sophia that created the God of this world, but I'm trying to get back to the divine itself, to the pure light, to the pure energy, and so forth.
And what do you think you'll find there in the pure divine?
Well, I mean, the divine is us, and we are the divine, and the bodies that we're in. This is not just my thinking. There's the Kafars taught this as well, and
Okay.
and basically they believe in the body that we're in, were created by Satan, and it's a prison. Because don't forget, we are taught as well in normal churches. I mean, don't be the ways of the flesh, but they don't go the extra mile. Why don't be the ways of the flesh? But yet the kafars and all of that worked out that these bodies are the prisons, and actually we are actually more divine than what we've been told. Because it's funny how we've got a ruling class and all, but it keeps calling us stupid when we're not.
It's definitely a lot to consider, isn't it?
No, it's not. I find it quite easy once you understand what you truly are. It puts everything into place. That's why I'm cool and calm right now.
So after and our life ends, we become part of the divine.
Well, it depends if you can get past the archons, because they will ask you questions and stuff like that. And if you don't give them the right answers, you come back here.
And do you feel you're prepared to answer the questions?
That's why I've done a lot of studying into the systems and all of that. You know what I mean, of the afterlife, and also the systems of the dead, which is the legal system and all of that and so forth. So I've done over 30 odd years, so I'm definitely prepared for it.
So you're hopeful that you'll basically get past the past rather than become reincarnated back to Earth.
No, hopeful is like faith, and hopeful is like he's setting himself up to fail. No, I actually know.
Oh, okay. I'm glad that you're very confident. It seems like you put a lot of time and effort into studying up on this.
Oh yeah, I've had to. I mean, when you've had from a young age, sort of like you know, what I mean, like in a kid, and then you have something traumatic that the authorities did to you, and then it puts you on a different path, and then you have then over 30 odd years of study, checking into things. You tend to find information that basically doesn't get taught in your colleges and your universities.
Oh, well, I must say I never heard of this before. I
Oh,
don't think it's like I'd say widely available information. At least
it
unless
is.
you know where you're looking for it.
It is actually widely available now. People are now putting it out there. It's actually on YouTube as well. There's also a guy named Morg that you can check out as well. He's teaching it now as well. Because over many hundreds of years ago, the Cathars and all of that almost got wiped out, and it took like hundreds and hundreds of years, sort of thing. People started putting the pieces together, and now people are starting to teach it again because it was a threat to the Vatican, to the Church, and all of that, and they didn't want people to have a direct link with the divine. They've always taught us you've got to have a priest and all of that in order to speak to the divine. No, you don't.
I think that's most of the religions that you have like almost like a messenger,
Yeah.
like a form of a priest or any kind of similar sort of thing in other religions. Where you kind of speak through to him, to the divine, as we say.
And while me, since the age of 10 years old, I've always had some level of connection to the divine. So it speaks volumes then when I hear about the Cathars and all of that. So, so it makes sense to me on so many levels. And that's why the authorities not think I'm anti-authority, but when you think of it, when the divine is the ultimate authority, and I'm, you know, what I mean, you know, respecting that, how can I say that I'm anti-authority when I'm respecting the ultimate authority's going? Makes you think.
Of course. So can I ask you a question? What kind of push you towards that today is the day? What kind of was like the kind of trigger, almost like
Oh, it wasn't a trigger.
you made the decision
Oh, I didn't
to
make
like stay?
I didn't make the decision. It's just that all the options that people were giving me, which is basically I'm going to be on the street tomorrow. So I'm just going to jump off a river. I'm not going to be sleeping on pavements in the cold and all of that, and having ignorant masses go past, spitting at me, kicking me, and having police moving me on and all of that. When you got a corrupt Luciferian satanic type system, satanic in nature, Saturnalia, and on and so forth, and who just go along whatever the government tells them and everything in a moronic way. I don't want to be on the streets dealing with that every day. You know what I mean?
So I totally understand the way you're looking at this.
You know what I mean? Because I know if I was on the pavement and so forth, not everyone days, but the majority are bullies. So I don't want to face that. So I rather just jump off a bridge into the water, drown, and won't have to worry about that.
If we could help you with the housing problem, would that help you to stay alive?
I said, you know what I mean, the soul never dies. I will never die. The body dies. It's not the soul. The soul don't die. The conscience don't die.
I understand where you're coming from when you say soul doesn't die, it's just our body that kind of deteriorates.
Yeah.
With, kind of from my point of view, it may not make so much sense, but we try to, basically part of my role is to keep your physical body alive as well, not just your soul.
But why would you keep the prison alive?
Definitely an interesting way of looking at things.
You know what I mean? It's like, why keep someone, because I don't believe in government legislation and all that and so forth, but the majority does. So therefore the majority keeps the minority enslaved, and I don't want to be enslaved anymore as well. So I want to break away from the biological prison as well as the ideology prison that a lot of people go along with.
I'm just trying to understand, but from, please correct me if I'm kind of grasping at the wrong straw.
I'm
But,
different, and I.
like from your understanding, like for me, it seems like you're trying to get out of the prison of the body because of the situation you felt you've been put in by the government and by the social services and the housing people, where they are not offering appropriate support to kind of help you be safe,
Yep.
help you have a roof over your head, and you don't want to basically end up on the streets, which is completely understandable.
Yep.
But how, if that wasn't an issue you were facing, would you still kind of be in the state of mind of ending your life or ending your physical body lifespan?
Um, Actually, there's so many other things involved. I mean, at the moment, with what I know, what's coming down the track as well. I mean, by 2030. I mean, and when you've got the social credit system coming in place, and you've got the idiotic Keir Starmer, who's linked with Zionism, and he's linked with the WEF, World Economic Forum, and they're pushing out the digital ID cards and the social credit system, and we've already seen it in China, where anybody that criticizes the government and so forth and all of that, no matter how far back, 20, 30 or whatever years, you will be kicked off, you will lose your money and everything, your job status. Not, we've seen in China, many people have been deleted from society, deleted from the system, and they're living on the streets and stuff. As I've probably been one of the most vocal people in this country through my podcast on speaker.com. I've spoken on YouTube, X, I've done protests, I put posters out. I've had people have come down to my local area to do talks. So I'm definitely going to be deleted from the system within a year or two. So I'm going to be dead no matter what. You know what I mean? Because I mean, so I've I mean, hmm?
What's your YouTube then?
Hmm?
You mentioned that you do podcasts and things like that.
Yeah, I've got a Rumble account called WarriorWales up on there. I've got a BitChute account which you've got to use now a VPN these days to get onto it called which is going to sound funny, Royal Day. Despite I don't like the Royals, but it's called Royal Day because I think of what others are interested in. You know what I mean? And as Britain, a lot of people are into the Royals, so I called it Royal Day.
Okay, makes sense.
It's why some people may go, right, before they listen, they go, but you called it Royal Day, you're a hypocrite. But there's logic behind my reasoning with my names.
So what do you think so now don't feel worried that like by 2030 the British government is going to push what China has in place?
It's
Like
it's
the
it's
like
it's
socialization will collapse.
it's not what I think. It's many people on BitChute and people on YouTube and all that. It's not their opinion. It's what we are looking at from the WEF and the books that we've read from those that came up with the ideas to bring these agendas forward. It's like this Israeli guy called Harari, and he's talking about hacking the human body. I mean, wiping the DNA clean and then storing other information into the body and stuff like that. Which basically is wiping out what makes you you, what makes me me, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, which, yeah, I mean, like 50 years ago, 60, 70 years ago, some people would go, I mean, that guy's crazy. And he would have been thrown into a mental asylum. But these days, they get to be part of the world elite and talk with presidents and prime ministers and stuff like that. And it's like, if I said that, I'd be in prison right now.
It's definitely tricky to share, how to call it, opinions outside, isn't it?
uh,
Certain opinions are looked down on.
but the thing is, though, these ain't opinions what these people are doing. You know what I mean? This is the problem we've got today. Because we've created social media and all of that, people are so used to just having that opinion. We forget then there are people in the world that they do things are based not on opinions, they base things on action. Like your Henry Kissingers, like your Zbigniew Brzezinski's, you know what I mean, and all those sort of people, you know what I mean? They do things by action. So then you gotta ask yourself the question, when does something stop being opinion and becomes an action? People for
Makes sense.
people have forgotten that way of thinking. You know, because I mean, we've all got people around us on mobile phones, laptops, tablets. It's just opinion. You know, we look at that, oh, it's just opinion. But then we forget, you know what I mean? When we drive a car, that's not opinion, that's an action. And, you know what I mean? When we then sort of like drive a bus, that's an action. When we walk to the shops, that's an action. We've forgotten there's still actions in the world. You know what I mean? And when somebody fires a gun, that's still an action. So that's not opinion. And therefore,
No.
if we've got an action, therefore there must be truth. People have stopped thinking deeply. They've so much. I mean, they're being bombarded with so much information. They don't have time to reflect, to think, right, what's true, what's action, what's opinion. Well, I spend, cause I mean, I don't have people around me. I have time, and I don't watch TV. I don't watch, anyway, I don't listen to the radio and stuff like that. So I have time to contemplate and deep thoughts. So then when I speak to people and they say to me, oh, that's just an opinion or just this. No, some things I talk about is opinion. Some stuff I talk about is, you know what I mean, about actions. And then when I'm doing something, that's an action. And then and also I speak truth as well. See, so then but we've forgotten those levels as a human being, and that's why, yeah, I mean, a lot of things go unchecked these days. You know what I mean? Because people think everything's just an opinion these days.
opinions into actions, isn't it?
Yeah,
When there's opinions in something in opinion, and when the kind of action behind our opinion.
yeah.
If we keep saying to do things, and we are actively doing things in the background to push our agenda, we are taking actively actions.
And a lot of things as well. A lot of inaction is going to sound rude and so forth, but it also needs to be said. We have a lack of care in the world. You know what I mean? When somebody actually does care, they get up and do something. But when somebody doesn't care, there's an inaction that they don't bother. You know what I mean? So you got to ask, and what do people really care about to actually go and do something about it? You know what I mean? So there's that as well. So there is you know, I mean, in Britain, you know what I mean, when I speak on YouTube and stuff like that, they may see what I say when I speak on this level, that it could be classed as offensive, but it's not. When you're speaking truth doesn't care about your feelings. You know what I mean, it's down then to how then you deal with the truth. I mean, because being offended by something doesn't make it untrue. You know what I mean? So when we see a lot of fake care. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? There's a lot of job titles out there. You know, some people that go into these jobs, they do care, but then a lot of people that go into these caring professions, a lot of them don't actually care. I mean, it's a fakeness. They're just there for the money. So there's a lot of that going on as well. You know what I mean?
I think it's just in human nature that is.
But you got to ask yourself, is it really human nature, or have we been conditioned not to care?
Very philosophical question, I guess.
Yeah.
What's nature? What's nurture? Are we
Or
born this way? Or are we made this way?
or what is demonic? Yeah, I mean,
I think that's another big question. What are demons? Why demonism?
because somebody like me who's actually had over 30, 40 years dealing with the paranormal, and I've had people around me, they've seen like black orbs flying towards me and this, that, and they've seen so many strange things happen to me. You know what I mean? And this is why I speak from the other people's perspectives. I said about other people, what they've said to me. And I've had witnesses and so forth. I've had a friend of mine named Robert, who lives up in Pontedellas. He's actually seen my clothing change colour in the moment of a dark entity presence, and he's seen me having to fight it off. And then cause I wear like the lumberjack stuff, you know what I mean? And he saw the grey, white, and like lightish blue pattern change to complete black. And he saw me step back and then step forward to regain myself. And he said to me, "You had like something like an eye over your body, and your whole clothes went black for a moment." Well, for me to know that, you know what I mean, I've had to have somebody else's perception on what happened to me. I could not see that, you know what I mean, because I can't look outside and see the clothes changing and all that and so on, because my eyes were closed in that moment. So I had somebody else's perspective on what was happening to me in that moment. So I had a witness in that moment. So therefore, when it comes to the, you know, I brought up the demonic side, I've actually been through the demonic levels of energies, so I know there are things in this world that are also demonic through personal experience.
Have you ever witnessed those the black things around you, those demons around you, or is it mostly from like eyewitness statements that you kind of know about those demons that kind of circle around you?
I would say 2 to 3 times, yes, but the majority is other people, because I believe in I mean, you see this most people who believe in the divine and all that, and basically trying to cleanse themselves, and you know what I mean, and be with the true God and all of that. You know what I mean, you do see more reports of people getting more attacks, more demonic attacks and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, it happens to people like myself, and that it's you know, perfect case study. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, and you know what I mean, and somebody like myself who's done psychology, philosophy, and I've studied demonology and a few other things as well. So when I go into these things, I'm not going in like somebody, like somebody I know who I've asked to come on a ghost hunting thing would be shitting himself. They'd be paranoid. They'd be so much stuff. And then and here's me. Just recently, I walked. I mean, I've done like live streams where I'm in the dark on my own, just talking about things. You know what I mean? Going down a dark lane on my own and all of that. So just chilling and basically doing like the Pennywise voice, like Ben, they'll float down here. Don't forget, I'm in the open. There's fields around me and stuff like that. So if anybody else is walking down there going, what the hell is that noise? And it'd be me doing like Ben and stuff like that. Well, my mate wouldn't do stuff like that. You know, I mean, he wouldn't put himself in that predicament. You know, I mean, he wouldn't go to graveyards like I have or abandoned houses like I've had it in the past, which has been creepy and haunted and all of that. You know what I mean? So I'm used to it, but he's not. So I've dealt with the demonic and the paranormal and stuff like that, and because of my psychology background, I do know the mind can also play tricks on you as well. So you gotta watch out for that as well.
Are you trying to like actively seek those demons out?
No, I just go walk in and stuff like that, and then I'm like, oh, okay, this is happening.
Okay.
I'm chilled about it. You know what I mean? I've always had entities my whole life. I've grown up with, like my mum. She had somebody that came and said, "Yeah, you have got a ghost in the house, but he's got a black hat, he's black suit and all of that, but he's friendly." So I've always then had this notion. You know what I mean? Growing up, that not all entities are bad. So as long as I don't piss them off, I mean, the majority of the time they're not going to attack. You know what I mean? So I'm relaxed around them. You know what I mean? But
Okay.
you get other people in that will then go into a fear mode. You see like videos on YouTube where you see people freaking out and this, that, and so forth. But then that gives the energy to them. You know what I mean? And there's a scientist that kind of word loosh. You know, and you can check YouTube as well. And I even wrote a song about this scientist. His name's actually in one of the songs I've written as well. And he talks about if you go into the state of panic, fear, and so forth, then you will feed these demons and so forth. So it's best. I mean, that's why. I mean, despite I'm going through a difficult time right now, I'm calm and cool and all of that because I've trained myself up not to feed these demons. So that's why I probably sound different to anybody else that would go to the end days sort of thing.
So I think what we need to do is kind of come back to the main kind of thing we're dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
So, would you be willing to come down to have a chat with us in the hospital?
I don't want to lose. I mean, which hospital is that? Because the thing is, though, I got no money to get to you guys. I got no car. That's the thing. And the thing is, I don't want to be locked up, because I don't want to lose my stuff. And plus, there's a lady in Australia that's trying to get to me as well. Is that as well? But me and her are making our final decisions today. If people can help us, then me and her will not end our lives.
So, mostly rather than trying to lock you up, I'm trying to find ways of basically getting you some help. That's
Uh,
my show around, really.
because as you can tell, I mean, very reasonable, very calm-minded, and so forth. So there would not be any need to section me or nothing like that. I mean, if there was help, I would go to it, but there isn't any. So I've had to take the other option.
Are you in Swansea or Neath at the moment?
Nope. I'm more of the Gosainan region.
Okay. Let me see if I can find one of the colleagues. See if we can find a way. Would you chat to us in person?
If there's a solution and I can get into a flat tonight or tomorrow morning, and then have delivery guys to pick my stuff up and take me straight there, that'd be perfect.
I think what we need to start off is mostly like the mental health side of things.
I'm calm.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying anything else. Everything is quite relaxed today.
Yeah.
I'm not worried that you're like in bad state of mind or anything like that. It's mostly I'm a bit worried for your safety, really.
I
So
don't
we
know.
can kind of look at what's causing this, and seems a lot to do like a social situation. We can have a kind of chat for that and see what options are available to us, to how we can help and how we can coach you.
Certainly, yeah, we can explore, but I mean, I don't think the outcome is going to be a thing because people do just go along with whatever the system offers. Therefore, then the options are probably going to be limited instead of sometimes we got to go out the box of thinking to actually get the desired result.
If you can, give me 2 minutes, okay?
Certainly,
Like,
certainly.
thank you, sir.
There you go, guys. He's off now for 2 minutes to go and drink. Let me just mute this up, mate, as well. I wonder if he realizes I'm live streaming and stuff like that. Notice I'm just like totally chilled, relaxed. I might get my cards out actually. But anyway, most people wouldn't be like this, guys. You know what I mean, I'm just chilling. And the thing is, I've explored, no, not explode, but I've explored EXPLORED options, and I've tried many different ways, and they haven't worked. So, I mean, and I've had like no, and the funny thing is, right, my mate's not facing homelessness, and he gets a place. I mean, he sort of like he said you should have had this place. You know what I mean, and he could have waited a little bit longer until he found one. You know what I mean? And like somebody said to me, yeah, I mean, I think you're being set up. I mean, yeah, they're right. I've been set up on so many levels. You know what I mean? So, anyway, I better get the mic back on. But anyway, what's coffee I got left? Oh yeah, I'll make a new one. Because I feel like we're going to be chatting for a bit. Then again, I get some pen and paper and do a bit of drawing when they come then. And the thing as well, guys, you know what I mean? I know they'll probably explore, like, are you in denial? Are you got cognitive dissonance? Are you this? No. I've explored every option, internally, externally, and I'm just like, yeah. And the thing is, I've given them clues as well. So if they went to the police and said, hey, we got this, that, and so forth, and they're like, oh, here we go. I don't want that. That's why I'm staying away from my actual name. I'm using Dragul and not the other one. But anyway, I notice my phone might be fully charged now as well. Oh, it's up to 74%. Yeah, you guys seen you on a walkabout stream. I said once it fully charges, I'll go down to the quantum leap. I can't believe I'm calling it that, the quantum leap. And the thing is, well, guys, if you're enjoying this stream and so, if it is making you laugh in some way, if you've got like a really dark sense of humour, pop up to buymeacoffee.com/WW Network and check out the nipples. Yeah, I got a picture of me bearing chest on it. Basically, he goes, if he's going to do a quantum leap, then why does he want money? Oh, you got nipples. The checkout. Press the checkout. Yeah, I mean, I noticed though some people, they got a buy me a coffee account. A lot of them don't use them properly. You know what I mean? There's somebody that I speak to on WhatsApp. They don't put any of their work on they buy me a coffee. It's just go there, donate, and out. I'm like, people do check the buy me a coffee account, but they haven't checked your work on YouTube or nothing like that. So what if you put a video or whatever on there? A sample of your work on your buy me a coffee account, and then they go off and I don't know, some people, don't know why I did that, guys. I feel free as hell, guys. Not free as hell. That phrase, free as hell, and what we've been studying, the 9 levels of hell, and earth at the bottom. Funny that, yeah.
Hi, Dragul.
Hello.
Okay. So I spoke with one of my colleagues just to kind of see what sort of help we can offer. I think that kind of the main problem we're having is basically I can't find you on the system because I can't find your name or date of birth anywhere. So we have a duty of care for you because you found us. And I understand where you're coming from. And I believe you are facing quite a lot of difficult challenges in your life. But if you can't give me kind of your details, we have to phone the police to come to make sure that you are safe. So they do what's called a welfare check.
Well, the police are a bit silly with the welfare check, because like today, because under the law of the welfare checks, you're supposed to have your camera switched off.
Okay.
And they didn't do it. They broke the law.
I wasn't actually aware of that. I'm really sorry you faced this.
Yeah, because you're only supposed to have the cameras on if there's a crime being committed. So by them, so if someone's got a mental issue, if they harming themselves and so forth, so therefore, which I'm not. I mean, so are they saying then the person is murdering himself and they're seeing that as a crime? So the cameras shouldn't be on. And also since 1953 with the Queen, because the Queen Elizabeth, and I've also got another thing the Queen Elizabeth II was has committed a crime on, makes a lot of the laws and stuff like that null and void. So anything she signed or whatever, basically it makes a lot of the convictions from 1953 onwards null and void, because the Queen put everybody in Britain as a slave, and yet I thought we had a law against slavery.
We do.
And so therefore the establishment themselves have broken the law. And I've actually got that video up on my Rumble as well. There's a New Zealander guy also speaking about it as well.
Okay, Dragul. I appreciate where you're coming from. I think you're making some really good points.
Mm-hmm.
But because it's something I have to do, so I haven't treated you off case, unfortunately, I do have to call them, okay? So just wanted to make you aware.
But the thing is, I'll just walk. I mean, because you're using my phone number, and they'll come on my phone number. Because I mean, cause I'm a very. I mean, I've come to comprehend that I'm an intelligent being. I'll just leave the property because I'm evicted from this property by tomorrow anyway. So, have you no point me being here?
So this is just my suggestion. And obviously, I cannot force you to do anything.
And I'll just
My advice would be, like, if you can stay in the property,
no.
we can have like a kind of chat, and we can look more. We have a bit more options then.
Because I can't stay in the property. I mean, I'm evicted. This is the last day. So tomorrow, well, by midnight, I gotta be out here.
Are you willing to stay for now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give them a call now. Okay.
No,
Go from there.
because what will solve the whole thing is if I can have my own flat. I mean, I've been saying this for years. I mean, it's like it's like people are saying, right, we're going to put you over at the fairground. I'm like, I don't want to be at the fairground. That's not home. Oh, we're going to put you over at the swimming leisure centre, and I'm like, I don't want to be there. I mean, and when I found a place, and then I asked housing options, you know what I mean? Well, I shared it with them, and they said, "Oh, we'll go and check it out, make sure it's safe for you." And they never did, and it fell through. Despite I wrote to the people, I said, "Hey, I'm willing to come for you, but I'm waiting for housing options to help, to drive me there because women promised," and it fell through. So basically, I mean, I mean, I've looked for places, but the thing is, when those that you trust and all that don't help out and so forth, but yet I'm the one who's keeps people are like saying, I mean, it's your fault. I'm saying it's not my fault. I mean, I got made homeless because people attacked me, and now I'm being made homeless because people robbed money from my bank account. I'm being screwed over all of flipping time, and I'm like saying, you know what? I mean, I've had enough of that.
Okay. I see what we can sort out, alright? It's been a pleasure talking to you, Dragul.
But the thing is, it's the police that caused all of this, and I have PTSD dealing with the police. You know what I mean, and if and if
have
the,
a bit more options then, okay?
no, if the police comes, I'm gonna kick them. I'm gonna kick the police if they come.
Okay.
I'll just walk out now the door because I'm gonna be out of this place tomorrow. So I might as well just leave now. I mean, I'm being calm and reasonable. I'll just leave now. If anyone phones the police, the very terrorists that caused all of this. Oh well, time for a walk, guys, and I'm gonna leave my phone behind. Right, take care, guys. I've e-phone in them, so I'm gonna shoot off. Bye for now.